I'm Josh Swain from Swain's Land Drainage. And this is our new Maston Brook 2015 land drainage machine. It was delivered brand new to us on Thursday, and we thought we'd bring it into the Ploughing match today. Well, it's a fair upgrade from the old one. It's approximately 20 tonne. It's got a maximum digging depth of 2.2 metres, and yeah, it goes well. It's got the new Volvo 8 litre engine, last of the tier 5 engines before the next to go to the tier 6, so hopefully we haven't had any dates from that. So, yeah.
So today at Whitchurch Young Farmers Ploughing, we've got Mr. David Chappell and Mandy Chappell as well. So how's it gone today, David? Tough day?
Tough day. It's lovely soil to plough, but it's been wet and now it's dried up. And a little bit uneven in places, but I just love ploughing. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And you've been doing it a good few years?
1960 my first plough.
1960, wow. And how many matches would you say you do in a year? I know we've had a little bit of upset with COVID.
No, a year about 30, 35.
30, yeah, wow, yeah. And obviously travelling quite a lot of miles, so you're both from?
We're both from Doncaster, South Yorkshire. And,
Boston Park Farm.
There, Boston Park Farm, yeah.
Yeah. And you've got farm diversification going on there at Boston Park Farm, I believe.
We sat down about 20 years ago and looked at, not everybody can grow to 5,000 acres, and we looked at what we could get the best out of our farm. We farm about 500 acres, it's arable and grass. We went into horse liveries to start with, and we started Mandy's idea of a maize. There were a couple of them within the country, and the maize was successful. Not massively, but during the school summer holidays, it gave a bit of extra income and something for our children to do. And then we've expanded on that, and it's become an open farm, which we open all the time.
So roughly how many visitors do you think you'd have annually or monthly?
Well, last year we were closed until April because of COVID, and with 75,000 people after that. Wow. So a normal year about 100,000. Which is remarkable really for a little family business.
Yes, that's incredible.
First it was about 2,000.
The first maize was 2,000. And we had 1,022 the first year.
Wow. So that's 2,000, so yeah, it's been going 22 years?
But it's lovely because we're aged to retire, but we've 9 children between us. Not 6 of mine and 3 of Mandy's. And 3 of our daughters work with us at the farm. And it gives you encouragement and energy to support them, to see the future for them.
So it's a real family enterprise.
It is, yeah. And they come up with ideas. They're children of their own, so the visitor attraction, the open farm, attracts children. And we have a great little thing called Little Farmers, which is mums and toddlers group on a Monday afternoon and Thursday morning. And it's absolutely sold out every week.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. And you have a cafe there, I believe, as well?
Yeah, cafe and just snacky type foods. And, we're not a farm shop, it just is a visitor. And we don't charge a lot, so we get people coming every week, sometimes more than once a week.
Oh, that's lovely. I know, David, you're former world stubble champion.
That's right,
yes. In, what was that, 2016?
16, yeah. I saw the world Golden Plough in 1955 at the Yorkshire Ploughing match. And I looked at it, it was in the back of an old Morris 1000 tractor, and Hugh Barr was the world champion from Northern Ireland. And I looked at it and I thought, I'd like that, you know. And started ploughing in 1960. Dad wouldn't let me go but the year before because of the law keeping you off the track until you're 13. So I had to wait. And it took me while I was 69 before I got that gold medal, but it's still special, and when it's mentioned, it's still...
Absolutely, it's got to be. That's a real lifetime. The UK's finest judges and ploughmen, Mr. Mike Holloway from Montgomery, Mr. David Tomlinson from York, and we're here at Whitchurch Young Farmers ploughing match, where these two gentlemen have been judging the classic class. And I know you two gentlemen do a lot of judging up and down the UK on a regular basis, as well as ploughing, and I'm wondering if you can give us a few pointers as to the kind of things you're looking at. I know there's a lot of aspects to ploughing. There's the split, the crown, the middle work, the seed bed, finish, all this kind of thing. So I'm just wondering if you could give us a quick roundup of some of the things that you're looking for, some of the main points. We're here on one of the classic plots today, and we've got a start that we're looking at here. So what do you think of this start, fellas? What have you got to say about that? What are you looking for in a good or a bad start?
Well, with 9 aspects to judge, each aspect carrying 20 points, so you've got a bit of flexibility there. We're looking for the start, 2 even furrows, nicely knitted together. This is reasonable, but because the ground is so uneven, we're getting high pieces and low pieces, so of course we've got a bit of highness there and a bit of lowness there. So to take that into consideration and try and average it out when you look at it through the eye, to try and sort of average it out and imagine what it would be like. Would you agree with that, Mike?
Yeah, yes, I agree with totally. And from there, after the start, we're looking into the middle work, which is the seed bed, the soil made available, the rubbish all buried, because that's the whole idea of ploughing, is to bury the rubbish. The furrows want to be firm with no holes through them to make a good seed bed, and also we expect all furrows to be identical, but that's not often achieved, but that is the prime goal of what we're here for.
It's been quite challenging for the ploughman today when it comes to uniformity. We're looking for evenness, and we're finding that a lot of plots are in pairs, so you can see each plough body every run, every 2. And I don't know what you can see with the sun here. It looks quite good here. Weed control is very good. It's all made available. We need nice rounded furrows, don't we, Mike, for the frost to get to it over the winter, so it breaks down in the spring with the harrows. But in places, with the ground being so uneven, there are some holes where the plough sort of hasn't gone to its full depth, and it's slightly ridden out, and then when it's reached the high point, it's gone in a little bit, and that's when you're getting a lot of unevenness. This plot isn't so bad, is it, Mike? It's
no,
fairly even.
I think he's going to be possibly in our top 3 or 4 here today. He's done a fairly good job of it right through, and he's ploughed a good even plot. He's come down to his finish, which was...
Should we take a look at the finish?
Yes, okay. His finish, he's got it just about straight, it's clean. He's come down to it. The finish is all about coming down to it uniformly. He's got a good moulder here. He's straight. He's clean. the farrow, what we call the show farrow, well, in Wales. And he's got to be square. If you look up the far side of his wheel mark, you can see just a small farrow showing. And if that farrow is consistent right the way through, it tells you that he's measured correctly and he's come down to his finish squarely.
Yeah.
Then after that, we just judge for straightness of the whole plot. We look right the way across the plot for straightness of farrows right from start to finish. And we finish up with the aspect of general appearance, is just a general view of the whole plot, to, you know, whether it catches the eye basically or it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
When it comes to the finish, what we're looking for is the last 3 furrows here to fall evenly. So not one furrow is higher than the other. This furrow here is probably, for me, slightly too high, but only slightly. So it just needs to sort of lift it up, maybe a few turns on the levelling box would have brought that furrow down.
Yes.
But it's nice and clean, and apart from a little bit of a kink where it's gone in at the far end of the plot, it is very straight and very clean. Nothing, no weeds showing at all.
Yeah.
A good plot.
Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Okay. And for anyone looking to get started in ploughing, no matter what the class, whether it be classic class, vintage class, trailer class, whatever, would you say the starting point is in the workshop?
Definitely.
Make a start in the workshop.
Yeah.
Get your equipment shiny for a start.
Absolutely.
And all measuring up correctly.
Absolutely. There's no point sending a craftsman to do a good job with poor equipment.
Yes.
It needs to be absolutely immaculate, very shiny. On the mould boards, you need to see every vein in your hand for the ploughing to work properly, so that the soil doesn't stick to the mould boards.
Yeah.
The discs need to be sharp and straight. Skimmer's not too big, just nice sort of skimmer, so it's just going to pare a bit of soil off the top.
Yeah.
Nice and bright and shiny, and overall a very nice tidy. But it doesn't matter so much about the tractor, but the plough needs to be absolutely pristine.
Yes.
There's no point trying to make a good job with a very poor machine.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay. And I understand later in this year, in this autumn, you've got a big competition, both of you, coming up.
We have.
David, of course, is competing for England in the European vintage ploughing in the classic class, and Mike, of course, is team coach.
That's right. Yes.
So we wish you all and the rest of the team very well for that.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you,
very much.
gentlemen.
People we've had here, just general public supporting, and we had 135 ploughs enter. We've had all these trade stands that are around us come trying to show off what they do best in front of all the public. So yeah, just the fact everything's worked together, and the weather, we've had the weather, it's just all clicked together better than we could have thought, really.
And they all seemed very happy with how we'd organised it, and One person said it's the best ploughing match they've ever been to.
Whitchurch!